Will Smith time is nigh. Whenever you get a status to where Will Smith is sitting, you have to go through a charade of rituals. Before Will Smith became who he is, he was introduced to a charade of people that was before him, that were considered his kings, his masters, before he reached his throne. Will Smith jumped in with both feet, but there was a catch. In order for him to be where he's at, he has to do a numerous of things. But the thing they wanted the most, for him to turn out his child before the elite.
Nah, we're very affectionate.
Have you ever
We're very affectionate.
He tried to kiss me in the
Have you ever kissed your son on Thai television before?
You're allowed. I can kiss
Can
my
you kiss
son.
your Thai
Yeah,
on Thai
I
television?
can kiss my son. Jaden, come on.
Are you okay?
Some of you believe that's just affection. There's nothing wrong with embracing your child before the world. But there's a lot wrong with this. Because that young man really don't embrace that type of behavior. His father forces it on him, but his son plays it off with laughter. Basically what you're seeing is a ritual. Will Smith submitting his son before the elite, before the world. This was done in Roman Catholicism to Caesar when they wanted to please Caesar, because Caesar also was a pedophilia. You understand what I'm telling you? This man is sacrificing his son before the world, but not with death yet, but with a sexual suggestion of gesture for the elite to have their way with his son. Yes, I can see. I can see very well all the emotional people that will leave their sarcastic and sickening comments. Because in this world, especially in America, when you say something about a celebrity, it's like saying something to the Heavenly Father. That's sad. But even more sadder, that no matter what we show you, you always have a way to defend it. But that's fine. And you're supposed to do that because you are of this world and your idolaters mean more to you than anything in this world. Hell, some people would kill their mama over Beyonce. It's just the truth. But I know it comes as a shock, man. When you hear these things and it's just like, how did he know this? Who told him this? For all of you folks that's constantly asking, how do I know? Ask yourself this. Why come all of these things are coming to pass? And these people are just coming out the closet telling you who they are. And we told you this 4 or 5 years ago. Will Smith's family is cursed. Will Smith is the ringleader. He's not wearing red just because he's pretty in red. That's a ritual color. He is the main ordeal for his family to be where they at. I know a lot of y'all thinking his wife had her name before he met her. But without Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith would not be nowhere near where she's at. I'm sorry, but the truth is the light. Their daughter and son, Jaden Willow, are the sacrifice for their success. It'll make sense as they start to grow older. That's if they get older. It's funny how they embrace Beyonce and Jay-Z because they're all under hypnosis and they're all under the Baphomet soul for gold. They get all their teachings and all their steps through a man by the name of Alice LaCrawley. This book that you see before him, he wrote it. And every celebrity, including Will Smith, has a copy. When you see photos like this of Aleister Crowley, you probably think it's just a hip photo, right? But what he's doing is sacrificing a dove before his Lord, and his Lord is Satan. He has the angel of death, a skull of death, on his finger that represents skull and bones. Satan again. This is where they get all their rituals from in order to make soul for gold. So when you hear this man talk about Scientology, he got it from Aleister Crowley. All right? This is what he's explaining when he was on the Travis Smiley show. We can't make these things up, and nor are we picking on this man. We're just telling you how they get down.
And that you are on this path to becoming a legend yourself in this business. So when I see Will Smith saying, I am legend, I'm thinking, this is Will Smith. I am legend. You are really becoming an iconic figure. What do you make of that?
There's a concept that I don't want to be an icon. I want to be an idea. You know, I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent magic, right? That you're in a universe and 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 is going to be what I want it to be. You know, and there's a redemptive power that making a choice has, you know, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know.
I have 2 words to express: total madness. They get all of this Scientology from Aleister Crowley. Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, Tom Cruise, Isaac Hayes. You'd be surprised how many people of Negro descent practice these things of so-called matter. Oh, let me let y'all know this. Bernie Mac was also into the Scientology. Okay? I wanted to bring this page up with rings because this is a Hollywood thing. And y'all idolaters follow Hollywood, and you're wearing this stuff and don't know what you're wearing. I want to focus on this particular ring. If you didn't notice, this ring was at the Billboard Awards. A superstar by the name of Prince, he had it on. He's very deep into Aleister Crowley, and he worships Satan on the regular. We couldn't make this up, y'all. I mean, look at the back of his drums. You see the all-seeing eye. You know, a lot of y'all think we just hating. We just telling you truth. Some of y'all gonna wake up and a lot of y'all not. This particular guy, I forgot exactly who he is, but I think he's a fame. He's on the television, and he's deep into Masonic world as well as rituals. But if we told you this, you thought we was picking on him. So I decided to show you the rings on how celebrities do their purchasing and the people that they support to make these rings. They made a website. You should already know Leslie Lohan is already into the Masonic world. But these celebrities support these guys of rituals. The people that make these rings is of rituals. That's Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas. You didn't think she'd get down like that? will.i.am, all the celebrities, Tank, Genuine, Tyrese, all of them, they all get down like this, man. They put all of these sketches and type of jewelry and all the latest pictures. Sometimes you watching a picture and you think the picture is just a fashion. It's just a picture of medieval. I don't know how many times I saw these rings on women just in the mall, and they don't know what they're wearing. These are ritual rings of Masonic world. Beyonce has a closet full of this stuff, but we got more to talk about her. She's just outright coming out showing you what she is. She's a total witch. And she took a picture with the Satan on her finger. We're going to prove it as the segment continues. Yes, it's about Will Smith, but we want to show you the people that Will Smith hang with. See, in order to be with Will Smith at, he can't turn the other cheek. He has to embrace his brothers and sisters of this world. And the brothers and sisters of this world get down just like him, Jay-Z and Beyonce. He can't turn the other cheek. He has to embrace it. So we have to throw all of this in there so that you guys can understand why he's the way he is. He's a Scientology. They had a movie come out not long ago, and they called it, I think they called it Lord of the Rings. And some of y'all probably don't even know what that movie's about. Lord of the Rings is basically about Satan. Okay? Their Lord is of the ring, sold for gold. Where do you think these rings come from? This whole entire website is based upon Satanism. All of these rings glorify the dark world. Some of y'all think these rings are fashion, but the rings itself is of Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is talking about Satanism. You know, you can't make this stuff up. I don't know how many times I've tried to explain this to people on the fashion statements that these celebrities wear, especially the black people. They have these things on every day and y'all think it's just fashion. As I talked, Lord of the Rings. Y'all think that's just a medieval picture? That whole entire picture is nothing but a spinoff of Harry Potter. It's just wicked and evil. But it's good to understand it if you understand what they're talking about instead of just looking at it as a fashion statement. This is where these rings come from. All of these rings that I'm showing you, and you need to see them. In the head garment, Monica wore this in her video. Those are doves flying up. Did I not show you a picture with Aleister Crowley sacrificing a dove for his Lord? You understand what I'm saying? We can't make this stuff up. So when you see and Google these rings and you see nothing but pictures after pictures and website after website of nothing but rings, stop looking at these rings thinking they're fashion. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow, Jaden, even his youngest sons, all his people in his household wear these rings. We can't make it up, man. So I think seeing is believing and understanding as well. For me to just tell y'all that they have websites that the celebrities support for Satan so the evildoers can stay evil. Y'all thought I'm just talking. So I thought I'd take time out and Google it and put it in the film to show you how these celebrities support the evildoers of the world to keep you trapped and confused. We can't make this stuff up. So here we are with the Beyonce and the Will Smith family. Isn't that a coincidence? See, because Beyonce is over Jada Pinkett. She's considered the mother witch, right? Jada's a witch too, but Beyonce is over her. Now let's go to this photo to prove that what this woman does. Now she's drinking an energy drink. That's not the interesting part. But pay attention to her right hand. She has Satan on her middle finger. If we'd have told you this, you'd have said, oh, there he go again. No, Satan on her middle finger. We're going to bring it up a little bit close because this is how she gets down, man. All of them. That's Satan on the microphone with her. How you think she's so talented? How you think she Sasha Fierce one day, then Beyonce the next? We ain't making this up. We showing you every day how these people make their money. And they hang with the same people that do what they do because anybody else considered an outcast. They support the churches too, you know that? Yes. When you see a church on TV as TBN, there's a breakdown to that symbol. There we go with the dove again. You notice they do the same thing Aleister Crowley instructed them to do. These are instructions he told them to do. Well, the breakdown of that symbol It's right before you. You can take your time out and pause the film and read it for yourselves. But I found the interesting breakdown was at the top, because the crown that sits on the top of that head is called dog. But the abbreviation of the background, if you flip it, is called God. And the truth of that is called dogma. You understand? They still practice this in the European world with Prince Charles and Diana, his mama, Lady Queen, or whoever she is. They still go by them rituals. That was that whole ritual went back into the Roman Catholicism of Caesar, man. And this is why his sons and daughters are so precious to give up. He's turning his daughters into a boy and turning his boy into a girl. Do you understand what's going on? And in order for Will Smith is doing a different type of sacrifice. He's sacrificing the humiliation of turning their sexual intentions the opposite before the world. And that's why he keep rising up in fame. Because he's given his children that is, to the elites. He's totally whoring them out to the public. He looked like a girl, man. Dressed like a girl. And his sister dressed like a boy. That's not a mistake. They doing that to make young kids want to change their genders. That's like a damn dress he got on. You get what I'm saying? This whole entire family is twisted. And the children really are innocent, but they got the bloodline of their daddy and mama that makes them evil as well. We can't make it up. Everybody in Hollywood is screwing. Don't you think for one time that Mark Anthony he tapped that booty? Because he has.
If you can spell alchemist. That's a good Scrabble word, alchemist.
No, but the alchemist, right? Because it's great. Like, what I consider myself an alchemist. An alchemist is basically a mystical chemist, right? And one of the great feats that alchemists used to do is they would take lead, just take a chunk of lead, and they could turn lead into gold, right? So the symbolism.
Sounds like a good hustle.
All right, no, right?
When I leave here, give me some lead.
Give me some lead.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, but I'm so connected to symbolically being able to turn lead into gold.
Remember, these people tell you so much truth and so many lies. But the next clip, Will Smith will speak some truth.
I'm motivated by fear.
Fear.
You know?
Fear of what?
Fear of fear. I hate being scared to do something. And I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of.
It was Franklin Roosevelt said the only fear you have to fear is fear itself.
Absolutely.
Remember that?
You can't be scared to die for the truth. The truth is the only thing that's ever going to be constant.
The truth is always true. A lot of times when these Scientology people speak, they know they're lying to get you hypnotized, to follow them and to be like them, to captivate your soul. But in so many essence of their words, right at the end of the peak, he tells you a lot of truth. When Will Smith saying that the truth is the only thing that matters, disregard everything he said before that. Because at the end of that segment, he told you the truth is all that matters. And his facial expressions even clarifies that he's right.
You can't be scared to die for the truth. The truth is the only thing that's ever going to be constant. You can't be scared to die for the truth. The truth is the only thing that's ever going to be constant. That's not even over that. You can't be scared to die for the truth.
Barakatah, blessing to all of those who received it and continue to receive it. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and the heavenly archangels. Because most of y'all ain't going to get it no way. But for those who did, carry on, favor it, show the world. These rituals are real. There's several type of rituals to make it into Hollywood. Blood sacrifice being the number one. Killing somebody you love, someone close to you. Actually, you set it up and they do the sacrifice for you. Humiliation is what he's doing with his child here. He's humiliating his teenage boy in front of the world so that he can continue to come up through his Scientology guide of Aleister Crowley's teachings. Sex slaves. If you have a daughter, Willow Smith is also being led by his mama, Jada Pinkett Smith. Turning her sexual gender from girl to boy makes young people want to be the opposite of what the Lord made them. These people are practicing rituals right before your face, but y'all don't want to accept it because you love the idolater world. The Lord has told that the idolaters is going to fall hard as the ones that created the idolaters. Do you understand this? And what I mean by created the idolaters, created the famous people to follow so that you will be captivated by their lies and to want to be like them. So continue to be lied to. Continue to follow the paths of Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and all these people who mean you no well. You really believe that life is just matter? You really believe all you got to do is think it and you become it? Without the Heavenly Father guiding your way, you have nothing to become but astray. The Lord told us in the book of Isaiah 45:7 that he controlled the good, he controlled the peace, the evil. Satan has to go to council before he do anything of this world because Satan is a fallen angel. That's why the Lord cast him down in a bolt of lightning. That's why Lady Gaga put lightning bolts on her eyes. And you see Mountain Dew with lightning bolts. They worshiping Satan. All the high elites of the 1% get down like that. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And if you didn't, it's not my fault.